So when we can return to the pure awareness nature, the form and the mind can exist with wisdom.
It's
I
not you
didn't know.
return. You
Well,
silence your mind.
yeah,
Wait, actually, you listen. You silence your mind. The moment you are without thought, that true mind was all the time there. Understand? But the first thing to come out is that. Understand? Not? You don't return to that. You can. The form and mind can do only one thing at a time. Either you are aware without thought, then you are with the true mind. Understand? Or you are lost in thought. You understand? Nobody return, understand not? But when you are without thought, you can see things as they are. I use the word you is because that nature has its karmic form and mind. So, like the Buddha said, you are born of your karma, heir to your karma condition. That refers to the form and mind, understand not? Five aggregate. That is subject to karma. But that one is not a permanent, unchanging entity. That one is not you. That's why people get confused. They think the Buddha also quote you or all of living beings, they are born of their karma. Means there is a self there. No, he's referring to the form and mind. The form and mind, although not real, but is an entity linked to your karmic nature, understand? Or every segment you come. That's why that one is part of your existence, means part of your karmic process. Even though not a permanent unchanging entity, but in the existential world, it is you, understand or not? Because that one is subject to law of karma. Can follow or not, Jay?
yeah, I maybe I didn't do the right thing. Is
uh,
that I just assumed that we can only go back in that sense only in the silent mind. If we don't have the silent mind, it is impossible for the mundane mind to access this pure awareness because it's blocked by our thoughts and our,
okay,
like you said, the
okay, okay,
duality. So I'm sorry,
okay.
I
No,
didn't
no,
put.
no, no problem, Jay. I think you have a good question. This one clarify a lot of things. You listen, you listen. That mundane mind, yeah, is actually the karmically conditioned form of mind. Understand? Before that, the baby don't have memory, everything. You are actually only with that pure awareness, understand? But they don't have any knowledge or inking of what that is because the baby got no knowledge. But as you develop the knowledge, the what they call conditioning, and slowly you grew up, conditioned by the person who look after you, conditioned by all the they call what uh, uh, that one later. Initially, you start to learn from your parent, is it? Parent, is it? They teach you. Then you go to kindergarten, you go to school. Then later on, society, and so on. Then the media. Uh, Last time is newspaper. Then now, handphone. And so on. All the multimedia and whatever. They start to condition you. And you have become so conditioned until you only know that there is the thought process and the brain, the memory, the knowledge. And because of that, you hardly know that you have that true mind. And the true mind actually very funny one. All the time there. The moment you are without thought, not obscure, that one manifests. Understand? So you cannot say that true mind and the mundane mind are two different entities. Understand? They are actually one entity. Understand?
Yes,
One
thank you.
one entity in the sense that without thought, the other one manifests. Understand? But the other one, the true mind, was there all the time. When you are a baby, you are with that. But after they teach you all those so-called knowledge, the conditioning, the belief system, then you generate another memory that has all these accumulated views, opinion. Now, NB one come out already. Views, opinion, conditioning, belief system, everything. From there you act, understand? That's why you forever lost in thought, involved with the mundane thinking, psychological movement. psychological memory. Okay? So physical time, psychological time is thought process. So when you are so engrossed through delusion, you can never know that you have to stop all this psychological thinking. Then only you can realize that. Only those who have gone through the cultivation, they have the understanding, can tell you that. That's why I say silent. Learn to decondition your heedless thinking. Then everything will fall back, understand now, and return to its original state before the stirring. So when you are with that pure awareness, true mind, doesn't mean that this one is different from the one that is lost in thought. You understand now? That's why I told you what. Man can only do one thing at a time. Either you are fully aware within the moment without thought, or lost in thought, preoccupied what you think. Understand? So this is either or. Understand? Means this form of mind can actually stay there or stay here. Understand? That is the uniqueness of the karmic vehicle and tool that come. Understand? Because the first thing that it can come out is that it actually at birth, from the Buddha nature or oneness nature, that pure awareness nature inside there already. It is the primordial, original nature. Before things come out, before the creation, it was there already. But later on, the conditioning, the thought process, the psychological memory, the accumulated views, opinion, conditioning, belief system, all these things make it sophisticated and deluded. That's why from there it lost its ability to know that originally he has none of all this. But because you need to live life, that's why you need to accumulate through the thought process, through consciousness, to learn all these things, knowledge. That's why the karmic process come about. We are this nature's law very funny, you know. If you want you to experience the law of karma, the karmic process through nature's law have to be like that. It have to create a physical form for you, then a consciousness trap inside. Understand? Then you can experience karmic, understand? Because it's not governed by you, understand? The law of karma condition you. You are born of it, heir to it, condition and support, and you are what you are because of it. So your consciousness trapped inside, you got no choice. Without wisdom, you cannot free. That's why you need wisdom. Then suffering need not be. That's why you need the Sammasambuddha to come and give you this teaching. If you are not perfected all this, actually you cannot understand all this. Despite my best to try to share and explain everything until it's very simple, very clear. But I realize still a lot of things need to be like clarified. You need to ask questions like Chewy or the thing. Very good. You may think that this one is because he's still at the thought level. No, no, no. Because there is this conditioning. Yeah? The conditioning is because you have been like living in this world for so long, the habitual tendency is still there. You know? Habitual tendency that want to use logical thinking to understand that is beyond. No? Understand? No? If you don't have that cultivation, you cannot comprehend, then you use logical thinking to analyze and try to come out with the understanding. That's why she is very tactful. He said, Bratio, I hope you can help explain. And that is very good, understand? No? Otherwise you cannot learn, understand? So Chui, now understand.
Yes, Brother Teo, thank you very much. Sadhu to you
Sadhu,
and to
very
all our
good.
friends here who have
Yeah.
all added to our learning.
Yeah. That's why this questioning is very good. The way you ask is very useful because these are cultivators' questions, like MB said. You need a lot of clarification, but these are so new to you, understand? Understand? Although explain until so clear now. You know why I say so clear? Because this type of evolution, since from the source out, Cannot be explained or no, understand or not? And yet I can come out with a four circle formation and explain because I already have the understanding that is very stable. Otherwise I cannot do it. Then the Trinity triangle also. Because how can you explain meditation with a triangle? Understand or not? The two direction. Unless you have cultivated until very stable, you cannot. Then to explain, spontaneous the question come, cannot go to memory and check on or search on. No. The understanding there never disappear. You know why never disappear? Because every life you come, let's say you stay here, you do the sainthood here, you develop the wisdom to free, no more Sakaya Ditti. You know what happened? After that, you don't inherit from here. You understand? Not? The spiritual nature. You don't inherit from here. You think how much wisdom they have? Enough to free only, Understand? Not? You ask them to explain this. They haven't even done it, How to explain to you? You understand? Not? Not easy. Then a person who have actually initially maybe developed some stability, then they start to inherit. Initially, if they have not cultivated before, you don't have that nature, what you inherit is whatever that you have cultivated. No? Sometimes it could be very little. No? Because to have this spiritual nature is not easy. You have to go through long period of cultivation, the Bodhisattva way. So without this, that's why they cannot go further. Understand? Then whatever wisdom they have, you cannot blame the Maya for saying the sainthood way, arahana, superficial wisdom. Understand? They use that word now, superficial wisdom now. You cannot blame them. Understand? Because when you really look at it, really, but enough to free, no more suffering, no more avijja. Understand? The 10 factors all gone. So because of Jewish question, now I can explain all this. Okay?
Brother Teo, can I just, if you wish, can I, Brother Teo, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, can.
Okay, I was thinking if you would like to know how I got into all this, I can share you a very simple thing about how I went back to true nature, so to speak. I,
Ah,
I didn't even think about it. Every year I'm in Australia for 2 to 3 months a year
ah,
at one time.
ah,
That's before the COVID.
yeah.
And my family are all great walkers. Every
Oh, okay.
morning, 5:30, we walk. And we walk because of the environment they live in. We go into the nature and we walk.
Mm.
We don't talk very much. We
Oh,
just
okay.
walk and we walk into the nature. I
Mm,
didn't think much about it. But
mm,
when I came home the last time, just before the COVID started,
mm.
I realized that it was making a difference to the way I look at things. And that's all. I
Oh.
didn't do anything much. Then in 2022, before I think around that time, I went on a retreat
Mm,
here, and there was a nun there. And
mm,
suddenly I felt I didn't do anything. I just meditated, did walking and everything like that. I
mm,
didn't know that that sort of stilling of the mind was
mm,
so strong that
mm,
I went into an empty state of mind,
mm,
silent, but
mm,
it wasn't truly empty at that time
mm, mm.
because the mind went out and suddenly asked, what what next? The minute I heard the
Okay.
thought saying what next, I
Yeah, yeah,
knew it was not the true silent mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then I went back again. I did nothing and just continued, don't care
Mm,
about anything else.
mm, mm,
And then towards the end of the retreat,
mm.
suddenly I saw that there was no thought and I was moving. It wasn't me. It was just the form and mind moving. I don't know whether
Oh,
it's true or
good.
not.
Sadhu, you can see that is very good.
And then I
Because,
could see,
no, because when you have a glimpse of the true mind, the silent mind, you will know that there is no thought, completely without thought.
yeah, yeah,
But there is essence of mind there. The awareness
yes,
nature is there. Understand?
yes,
That's why
Yes.
I ask you all to inquire without thought, who are you? And just now you mentioned the word like, it's not you, understand? Because
Yeah.
you cannot know who are you. Within there, you are actually nothing,
Yeah.
completely nothing. Understand? But the pure awareness nature is not a being, it's an unconditioned, no but nothing. So you cannot formulate a thought. Earlier on, you formulate a thought means you went into absorption. It's not a free mind.
Yeah.
Some,
That's right.
some form of absorption or concentration means you feel very peaceful, very calm, like no thought. But that one is a conditioned state.
Yes.
Then when towards the end of the retreat, maybe you are more relaxed already, understand? Then because of your maybe meant to be or what, then the condition fall into place. That let you have a glimpse of what this thing is.
Not only that, when I looked at other people around, they were just beings walking around. I don't even know what they were. I'm sure I heard them, but I just never even thought about it. It's just people walking, doing their thing. So that was the end of the story. And that happened for maybe about only 2, 3 minutes only. It doesn't happen that long.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
the awareness that is aware. But you have to actually go deeper because the training to be aware is just the beginning.
Yes.
Beginning. Then you have to use it to trace the origination factor. Then retrospectively develop the wisdom to free. That process take a while. And so,
Then
uh,
when I went home,
uh,
you know, of
mm.
course I stay by myself.
Oh,
So
oh, oh, yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah.
nobody, I don't, there's no need to talk to anybody. You just see yourself doing what you have to do. That's
Mm,
all,
mm,
you know.
mm.
And then suddenly I saw that things were just there, but they are not really, they may be an illusion as far as I knew. You know, the table, the chair, I don't know what, but
I
it's all
know
there.
that
But
is what will happen when you are able to be more aware, more mindful. Then this thing will manifest. But you have to have the inquiry, second turning inquiry, understand or not? Otherwise, the real wisdom cannot arise. That's why you need the teaching to inquire under the second turning to trigger of the wisdom which we call yoniso manasikara, then only you can root out the defilement. Otherwise, you cannot retrospectively reverse it. What is happening to you is you have some moment and glimpse of this pure awareness nature, but you don't know what it is, and you don't know how to make use of it. So don't worry. Now with
but
all this book that you help me to transcribe, you read, you become different. Then when you understand, you progress very fast. Understand?
in in that moment when I saw all these things happen, it's as though time stood still for me. Just for
That
a short
one,
moment.
that one is what you experience when the mind suddenly become that state. But that one is not the
Okay.
wisdom. Understand? The wisdom is you were insight into phenomenon. Then the universal characteristic, like you awaken on every phenomenon is like that one, because you cannot explain that. That's why you have not done it. That's why now I teach you an easier way is to reflect and contemplate and inquire, do the second turning until the understanding stabilize. Then after that, because you have to write the book, you have the parami and understanding, you read through. Now you read again. Then just go and do, following what I advise and explain. Then you will become different. Understand or not, Jay?
Thank you, Brother Teo.
Ah,
It is,
sadhu.
I think the book came at the time
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it
yeah.
was, this is a right moment. So it was not
Correct.
very
Yes.
difficult for me to put it together. It's just
Correct,
that,
correct.
you know, I have
Correct.
my own habitual tendencies, grumble here
Ah,
and there, oh,
yes.
get it done, you know, but
Yes.
still, it still served that purpose
Oh,
at that,
definitely, definitely.
and you know, and then now things change somewhat. That's what I mean. And that
When you can change based on your latest understanding to straighten your view, that is the beginning of transformation. Understand? If you cannot straighten your view, means you cannot change. A very easy way to understand is based on our retreat this time. What did we actually share and emphasize on? To develop the wisdom to see things as they are, understand? To accept the reality of the moment, suchness, tathata, the isness of things. And this one is based on the Buddha's teaching. Whatever arises, there are causes. And you contemplate into this. When you understand that wisdom come out, then you check in daily life.
Okay.
See whether you still bosong or not, stir or not. Ah.
I'm doing that now. I'm
Ah, very
doing,
good.
but
Sadhu.
we'll
Then
see
when you
what.
aware you bosong means what? Whenever you are
Your
not
mind is
happy and not
stirred.
peaceful, no, listen. Whenever you are not happy and not peaceful, even the slightest means the wrong thought is still there. Means not rooted out. But never mind. Take your time. Because that wisdom, like you say, with the habitual tendency, you will stir, you will react. It's not so far. But when you really listen attentively what we share this retreat, we are now the focus is to let Kayamita have the clear understanding of what is. Understand or not? What the Buddha meant by learn to see things as they are. The world is the world. People are just the way they are. That is the wisdom that can penetrate the Sakaya deity, root out all the defilement. And when you do that, you straighten your view, Anasa. You no longer hold that views, opinion, belief system, tradition, patriotism, all those things gone, Anasa.
Okay.
Otherwise, you every time stir your mind reactive. Well, that Sakaya deity cannot be rooted out. And to root that out, you need wisdom. Then when you have wisdom, when your awareness stabilizes, it becomes very sensitive. The moment you see something or perceive something, that yoniso manasika, the wisdom at the moment of sense appear, where you contemplated enough already. He is just the way he is. The world is the world. Condition, things like then you can accept. And the moment you accept, you don't stir your mind. Means what? You have more space between thought. That's how all the step 4 and step 5 of Avijja Sutta manage to surface. Understand? After you have Yoniso Manasikara, that is step 4. Then after that, step 5 is Sati Sampajana. Your daily mindfulness and clear comprehension become very stable. And then after that, the next step is 6, which is sense restraint. When you can do that, I rejoice, I sadhu you. Means you already counting. Understand?
Gotcha. But
Sadhu.
Brother Teo, I
Uh,
also use the four Brahma Viharas to help me
Then to assist your mind state.
to
But more important is the understanding. The yoniso mana. Once you stable there, your
yes.
mind will not stir that often. Understand? Maybe initially habitually, tuk, understand? Of course, no sound like the fear or the anger or the bosong come out. Then after that subside. Understand? Because the yoniso manaska prompt you. Then you know all this unreal. Sankara anicang, sankara dukkang, dhamma anatta. So, empty nature, not so real. As real it can be within the moment which is so transient. And everything is mind-made. Externally, at the form level, already not so real, dependent originating. Then how do you know that thing? Through your consciousness, your perception. And what is consciousness, perception? Like the cinema show, just images, come and go, come and go, come and go. How real can that be? Externally already dependent originating, not so real like the block art analogy. Then how do you know it's a block art? Through your image in your brain. That is even more unreal. Understand? Then when this one stabilizes, everything you see, your mind cannot stir already. That is the real understanding. Otherwise, you all may be conditioned by what the book write. The book write, wow, your seeing transform. Oh, you can hear people's footsteps and see them like form a mind only. Zoom. That one to me is still a knowledge, a concept. Because that one is not wisdom. That one cannot root out defilement. Defilement, always remember, only wisdom free. Understand? Ah,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And
ah,
then lastly, I think you have talked about the three characteristics,
yeah,
yeah,
ah,
and one of the most important one for my purpose at the moment. I mean, they are all equally as important,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's the anicca thing that
yeah.
is
That one
slowly
very easy to
calming
see
down.
one.
Yeah,
Don't
but
do
it's
anything,
calming
stay
down,
there.
you see. I can see that slowly coming down, but not quite. It's still, all this is still work in progress.
Definitely, because when you completely silent, without thought, then you just observe. No? But you need the initial wisdom to actually stabilize first. When the initial wisdom stabilize, it prepare you to receive truth. No? Then only, that's why I advise you to contemplate, reflect, and inquire. Then only during the third turning, which is bhavana panya, means the meditative training, at the pure awareness level, then that movement from that phenomena external, it can trigger off that awakening. Means you suddenly, because of that movement, the wisdom manifests and you insight into phenomena. Then the three characteristics like suddenly understood, like song they all. Song today, I think lunchtime, he also told me, uh, he said, well, Tio, nowadays so different. He said, inside here, already like very clear. Then when he went to the great being, the forehead here, there is a, what they call, ray. You call what? Not a light ray.
You
He
know,
said that thing shine for, like, understood already. Understood. Then he realized everything that he read out, now so clear, no? So clear. Yeah. And that one is the real understanding. Otherwise, you cling on to the experience, wow, you can do this, you can do that. These are experiences. Understand? Mind state, meditative state, but not wisdom. Wisdom is to have the ability to comprehend. And the comprehension is at the heart there on. The pure awareness nature listening on. The vibration go in on. And that one is mind to mind. Then he just laughed. Because that is the way nature is. That is the way cultivator that has this ability will awaken. And the transformation and all those things.